My name is Dennis. I'm a resident of Narok County, and also I'm a young person advocating for youth rights in Narok County.
Hello, I'm Maslenkia. I'm a student at Masai Mara University, third year, doing computer science. I'm also a volunteer at Kenya Red Cross.
SRHR is sexual reproductive health. Yeah, in Narok. So it is a combination of young people of the same agenda coming to fight for the rights of other young people, especially teenage pregnancy and FGM. Yeah. It is a network of youth who are passionate about helping other young people who are coming up or growing. When we say teenage pregnancy, this one happens in schools, and now we go to schools, one, and secondly we also engage our leaders, especially when it comes to the bills in the county assembly or in the national assembly. One of the achievements that we can proudly say is we've managed to bring all the CSOs together in Narok County, because there are a lot of CSOs in Narok County. So we've managed to bring all of them together and see which ones are vulnerable areas, and there are a lot of areas which have been dominated with the CSOs. So the moment we bring them all together, at least we now have we're now able to help them, each and every group. At least the county is so big, so there's some areas that have never been covered. So we are now exploring to those areas with the help of the county government. And also the MCAs, we also had an issue with the MCAs because the MCAs were not close with the youth. So we've engaged several of them, and we also won the bill in our county assembly that will also help the youth, the teenage pregnancy and the return to school policy.
What I like to do here, and I always do, is like coming together as youths, sharing our stories, our experience, what can build us, like empowering, bringing up us all.
For me, the facility has really helped us, because mostly when we have any youth meeting in Narok County, we've been able to come to mobilize the youth to come to the resource center and have our own meetings and have our own engagements. And also it is also becoming a recreation center because the pools and it is a very good place where the youth also come and meet.
I rarely come here, yeah, because like I want to meet my friends, my age mates, like we share our stories, but when I come here, like the resources, what we want, what we need is not easily available. For example, like I am an advocate of contraceptives, you see. Like I expect this place to be having some of them here. So like when I come here, I can share with those who need it, like about contraceptives, helping them have them, helping them access them. But when it comes to here, we need like those resources, even information about them, we need to share with others, something like that.
We had the county commissioner with this deputy county commissioner coming here talking to the youth. After that, we also had the program of Kazi Mtaani rolling over here. And we also had the CS. She was here some time back. She wanted to engage the youth. So we had several activities over here, especially when the government want to have an engagement with the youth, and also the BBI forum. We were also discussing here. Yeah. So it is a very, very good facility for us as the young people. But now the only limitation we have is about the Wi-Fi. We really wish if we could have some Wi-Fi over here. At least it will be better, because everything is now becoming digital, and we as the young people, We are depending on, not really as depending, I don't know how I'm going to frame it, but most of our activities now is online. If I want to market something, if I want to read something, it is online. So for me, I really wish if we can have Wi-Fi over here. A resource center, if we say a resource center, we have books and computers. If we also have few computers, if I cannot have a smartphone, if I have a computer, it will also help me either come and do my research over here and maybe e-learning, or now that most of the young people are at home, so you can also come and do your online studies over here.
Okay, our youth center is a one-stop center for so many activities for the youth, and majorly we meet our youth here mainly when we want to disseminate information about entrepreneurship, and when we want to engage them and empower them in terms of giving them resources and finances to uplift their businesses and youth projects. Yes, but apart from that, such centers do exist in so many constituencies. So like in Narok, we have 3 functional youth centers, and we are currently building one. And as such, now we are engaging youth because the ministry is embarking on refurbishing these centers so that they get so many activities. Particularly here in Narok North, they are now accessing internet facilities. We have indoor games, and we also engage them in trainings and also meeting them in whom we work with. We also have youth and health, where we partner with the referral hospital, and we have previously worked with the Afya Plus in that area, and organizations like Afya Africa. Now we engage the youth in reproductive health and also other issues related with youth health. And then we have another area in special youth. We have youth with special needs, like the disabled and also the vulnerable.
My name is Seleyan Partoib. I work with Murwa Girl Child Education Programs, a community-based organization working on child rights and protection. We work in close partnership with the Narok Youth SRH Network, which is a group of individual and organization addressing SRH issues in Narok. We've been partnering in raising awareness, advocacy, and training youth and equipping them with skills for SRH work. And in particular, we had the Girl Summit, which was to address teen pregnancy. And how that came about is that organizations do small events with children across the county. But as a CSO network, we decided to come together and maybe join our forces and do one major event. And that's how we arrived at the Narok Teen Summit last year in November, which was supported by MeTA and other partners. Organizations do small events with kids in their local areas of operation, and so the Narok Teen Summit was the first ever that brought all CSOs and the Office of the First Lady, the Office of the Women Rep, and the county government together. So the program was designed in a way that the teens who attended the summit were matched with mentors, and we are hoping the mentors are keeping in touch with them. Although with the current school closure situation, I think it has made it difficult for us to follow up on child-by-child basis, because it was easier when schools were on, because we had kids from different schools and it was easier to follow up in the institutions. But with the current situation, it's a bit difficult, but different stakeholders are working with the groups of kids they work with and just following up to ensure that they keep up the practice. Is informed as far as sexual reproductive health is concerned. And then there's also the cultural aspect where parents are not educating their children on reproductive health, and that's left for teachers or CSOs who visit schools. And now that the kids are at home, we are afraid they may not be receiving as much information as they were receiving back when they were in school. I think one thing we need to understand is that as much as we are all focused on COVID-19 and prevention and just making sure everyone is safe, we also need to understand the other underlying factors that are contributed by COVID, like the rising cases of teen pregnancy because the adolescents are idle at home. And if we could think beyond just preventing the disease and trying to engage these youths with maybe weekly activities or just keeping them engaged now that they are not in school. But I would also like to urge the parents to be extra vigilant, and because it's easier if each parent can take care of their adolescents at home, and then the policy makers can supplement what the parents are already doing by trying to keep them engaged.
My name is Cynthia Lengume. Tulienda kusomea, tulienda kufunzwa vya wasichana penye tunaacha hizi matabia za boys. And then kitu ingine tuliambiwa tena penye tunajumlisha tukua boys ni boma, na tufunze tukua watoto wadogo, tufunze tena tabia, aache mambo na boys ama hizi tabia yesekani kwa wasasi.
Alafu nikuuliza sana, wale wazee wako hapo, mzee kuja kuambia yako na ng'ombe mingi atakupea 100,000 atakununulia gari, wewe utafanya nini? Na uniambie ukweli.
Siwezi kubali, kwa siwezi wana mali yako nazo. Nasoma ndio nipate zangu.
Unataka kuwa nini na kwa nini?
Mimi nataka kuwa daktari.
Kwa nini?
Juu nikuje nisaidiane hapa. Kwa sababu nikijaribu kuona hapa Talek ama hapa Mara hakuna msichana hapa Masai yenye amesomea.
Abigail Lusalengume, Talek Primary Class 8. Tulienda Summit Deck na tulitusaidia kimaisha. And vitu yenye tulisoma kama vitu like self-esteem, peer pressure, and self-esteem is the way to understand yourself.
Angalia. Usi sako? Babako amesema leo atampeana olewe leo jioni. Na wewe uko hapo. Utamsaidia aje?
Utamuongelesha kwanza kupea advice. Sasa kitu tena na mzee, utamwambia usikubali kuambiwa nini. Kupewa na mzee, kupewa kwa mzee.
Kwa nini? Na kuna mali inaletwa nyumbani.
Juu sasa huyu bado ni mdogo.
Na mzee akianza kumtandika utamsaidia aje sasa?
Tuenda kwa polisi.
Mkambi polisi nini? Kashtaki baba yako? Kashtaki baba yako?
Ndio.
Naulize, ani anajua kondom hapa? Kondom umeona?
Ai si hao wote wanajua.
Wanatumianga?
Atumiaki but wanajua.
Wanajua. Mnajionanga wapi kondom sugu? Huko mnajionanga wapi condoms?
Mai dunia.
Anaficha kwa mahindi. Mnaweka wapi condom sugu?
Nikawa atumiangi juni wadogo. Bado wanajua.
Jamaa kuja kupea condom akwambia tufanye sasa lakini nitakupea condom. Utakubali?
Siwezi kubali. Mjue kitu si mzuri. Ilinisaidia vizuri. Juu venye tulienda kufunzwa vizuri. Kenya sisi hatujuangi juu cause hatujuangi, watu wengine hatujuangi kutumia zile pads. Tulienda kujua hapo. Kitu kingine tena hizi ukiingia stage unajua siku yenye umeingia, unajua siku yenye umemalizia. Tumeenda kufunzwa hiyo ndio tukajua.
Sitaka kama anakuja anakuambia anaanza kusikia uchungu wa elewi na unajua ni period. Sasa utamsaidia aje wewe?
Utaje sasa?
Akuja kuambia nasikia uchungu wa elewi lakini ujue ni upate ni period. Sasa utamsaidia aje?
Labda utaendea pads. sivyo kama anasikia chini ya tumbo utachemsha maji tejo tunaekea kwa ile chupa tunaekelea sasa tumbo ama handkerchief.